He was charged with beating his great-grandmother to death, then setting her body on fire. Just hours ago, Ryan Ward walked out of the Kent County Jail a free man after a jury today acquitted him. 24-hour News 8 Steve Kelso was there as Ward first tasted freedom. Steve joins us at the live desk. Steve?
Susie, Ryan Ward says today that he's concentrating on his future and not the past 23 months that he's spent behind bars. And while his family is also celebrating with him, that's left them with one big nagging question. Who really killed Ruth Boyd, and when will there be justice for her?
I love you too much.
It's the first time since his arrest in May of 2009 that Ryan Ward has been able to hug his mom, his kids, and the rest of his family. They gathered today at the Kent County Jail awaiting Ward's release.
Well, I've been in jail for 23 months, so it's real hard. Going through and people accusing me of doing something to my grandmother.
According to his family, in November of 2008, Ward had taken his newborn son Ryan to visit Boyd at her home on Godwin in Grand Rapids. That's when he discovered her body, badly beaten and burned. They say it was Ward who called the police and escorted them through the crime scene. They say that Ward was distraught and began punching walls and windows, cutting his hands. But police and prosecutors told a different story, one that pegged Ward as the suspect. They said he had killed her to cover the fact that he had been stealing from his great-grandmother to finance a drug habit. And they said that they had found his blood at the scene of the crime. In the end, the jury didn't buy the prosecutor's story, and Ward has always claimed his innocence.
I'm not a murderer, I'm not a grotesque person, I'm just not a person that would commit an act like that.
And while this is a day of celebration for Ward and his family, one thing is certain. The person responsible for Boyd's death has not been brought to justice, and that frightens and frustrates Boyd's daughter.
They know that there's a murderer out here and someone capable of doing just the most heinous crime, I've seen.
Now, the family today also expressed frustration with the way the investigation was handled, saying they had provided police with many leads that they didn't feel had been followed up on. Now, unfortunately, before we had to go to air with this story, we were not able to hear back from the police or the prosecutors. The family, in the meantime, is planning a large celebration this weekend to celebrate Ward's release. We're live in the newsroom. Steve Kelso, 24-hour News 8.